6 months ago, Susan Martinez faced a daily struggle just to get out of bed in the morning. Today, she rises with the sun at 5:30 a.m., ready to lace up her running shoes and hit the pavement. What was the game changer? Picture this, a handful of nuts, each one packed with flavor and crunch, just waiting to be enjoyed. Imagine the satisfying sound as you crack one open, releasing that rich aroma. It's a simple yet delightful moment that can brighten your day. You'll never guess what happened next. Even her doctor was left in shock by the incredible transformation. "Wait, you didn't take the antidepressant, did you?" he exclaimed, his eyes wide with disbelief. Meet Susan Martinez, the one who lights up every room with her boundless energy. For 28 incredible years, she dedicated her life to teaching third grade at Lincoln Elementary in sunny Phoenix, Arizona. With her infectious enthusiasm for learning, she inspired hundreds of children, leaving a lasting impact on their lives. Imagine a teacher who was always the first to arrive and the last to leave, transforming the world of fractions into an exciting adventure for 8-year-olds. That was her, the one everyone admired. Everything took a turn when Susan hit the big 5-4. Once, there was a woman who would race up 3 flights of stairs to reach her classroom, full of energy and enthusiasm. But one day, she made a surprising choice. She started taking the elevator instead. So there was this teacher, right? The one who was always the mastermind behind those amazing weekend school events. But then, out of the blue, they started saying no to all those evening faculty meetings. What could be going on? Stay tuned to find out. As spring rolled in, Susan found herself battling to keep her energy up throughout the entire school day. "I used to think it was just a part of getting older," Susan shared with her husband Carlos during dinner one evening. "Could this be the moment that defines your mid-50s? But Carlos had his doubts. "Sue, come on, you're 54, not 84. Imagine this, it's 7 p.m. and you're cozied up on the couch, the glow of the TV lighting up the room. Your eyelids start to feel heavy, and before you know it, you're drifting off into a peaceful sleep, the sounds of your favorite show fading into the background. What a perfect way to end the day. That's definitely not how things usually go." The mornings hit different, didn't they? Every morning, Susan's alarm blared at 6:30, and there she was, lying in bed for what felt like an eternity, just staring at the ceiling, battling with herself to find the energy to get up and start the day. Putting on my clothes was like gearing up for a race, every piece a challenge to conquer. When she finally arrived at school, she felt completely drained. It all started when her students began to notice something unusual. "Mrs. Martinez, are you feeling okay?" 8-year-old Emma inquired one Tuesday morning. "Wow, you seem super tired." Susan tried to put on a brave face, but Emma's innocent comment struck a deep chord. When her third graders noticed something was off, she knew it was the perfect moment to reach out for help. For more than 10 years, Dr. Robert Kim had been the trusted physician of Susan, guiding her through every twist and turn of her health journey. In March, during her appointment, Susan opened up about her struggles. She shared how she felt an overwhelming fatigue that just wouldn't let go, the kind that made sleep elusive even when she was utterly exhausted. She talked about a loss of motivation that weighed her down, creating a heavy cloud over everything she tried to do. "Susan, I hear you, and what you're describing really sounds like depression," Dr. Kim said with a compassionate tone. "It's something that happens to so many people, particularly when they're going through big changes in their lives. As you stand on the brink of menopause, reflecting on nearly 30 years of teaching, it's clear that sometimes our bodies and minds just need a little extra help from chemistry. Let's dive into this journey together." So the doctor decided to prescribe a low-dose antidepressant for Susan. He told her to hang tight and give it about 6 weeks to really kick in and start making a difference. "You won't believe the incredible transformations I've witnessed with my patients," he confidently told her. Susan walked out of the appointment, prescription tucked away in her purse, but a nagging feeling lingered in the back of her mind. Something just didn't feel right. She had always been the kind of person who leaned towards natural solutions whenever she could. As a child, she watched in awe as her grandmother worked magic with the plants, and produce from her garden, curing everything from pesky headaches to those annoying upset stomachs. "I want to try something else first," she said to Carlos that evening, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. "So here's the deal. I'm giving myself a month to tackle this naturally. If I can't get it sorted out by then, I'm ready to turn to medication. Stay tuned." Carlos stood by, his support unwavering, but a cloud of worry loomed over him. "Just promise me you won't go through any more pain than you have to," he urged, his voice filled with concern. So, Susan decided to dive into the world of natural remedies, searching for ways to tackle her fatigue and boost her energy levels. What she discovered was truly eye-opening. She discovered the crucial role that sleep hygiene, regular exercise, and proper nutrition play in leading a healthy life. But then, one article really stood out to her. It explored the fascinating connection between magnesium deficiency and issues like chronic fatigue and mood disorders. Did you know that magnesium plays a crucial role in our bodies? It's involved in more than 300 enzyme reactions. That's right, including the ones that help produce energy. Let's dive into how this amazing mineral keeps us going. Did you know that soil depletion and the rise of processed foods have led to a significant magnesium deficiency? This issue is especially prevalent among adults over 50. Let's dive into how these factors are impacting our health. Did you know that most people require between 310 and 420 milligrams of elemental magnesium each day? Yet, shockingly, the average American is only getting less than half of that. It all started when Susan stumbled upon something that completely captivated her. She couldn't look away, and her curiosity only grew stronger. Could something so simple actually be impacting her energy levels in such a huge way? She stumbled upon something surprising. The symptoms of magnesium deficiency seemed to match up perfectly with everything she'd been feeling. Fatigue? Check. Muscle weakness? Check. Irritability? Double check. Difficulty sleeping? You bet. And let's not forget that low mood. It was like a light bulb went off, connecting all the dots in her mind. As she flipped through the pages, a spark ignited within her. Each word seemed to pull her deeper into a world of possibilities, and with every line, her conviction grew stronger. Could this be the solution she had been searching for all along? So, instead of diving headfirst into the world of supplements, Susan took a step back and decided to dig into the amazing world of natural food sources for magnesium. What a smart move! She discovered 8 amazing food groups that could totally supply her body with all the magnesium it craved. Nuts, yogurt, fruits, dark chocolate, legumes, seeds, fatty fish, and those vibrant leafy green veggies. It all started with the nuts. They were the first thing that grabbed her attention. Did you know that just 1 ounce of cashews packs a powerful punch with 80 milligrams of magnesium? That's almost a quarter of what you need in a day. Almonds and peanuts came in strong, delivering over 40 milligrams per ounce. Can you believe it? These nuts are packed with goodness. Susan kicked things off with the basics. Every morning she would grab a small container filled with a delicious mix of cashews, almonds, and walnuts. This crunchy combo was her new go-to snack to enjoy, alongside her steaming cup of coffee, swapping it out for the usual pastry from the teacher's lounge. She decided to level up her lunch salads by tossing in some fresh spinach, and she made sure to stock up on avocados at home for those quick and tasty snacks. At the beginning, the shifts were barely noticeable. So after around 10 days, Susan started to realize something amazing. She was sleeping more soundly than ever before. After 2 long weeks, that heavy feeling that had been shadowing her started to fade just a bit. And that's when everything changed in week 3. One bright morning, Susan found herself awake before her alarm even had a chance to ring. The sun was just beginning to peek through her curtains, casting a warm glow in her room. It was the perfect start to what promised to be an exciting day ahead. Instead of waking up groggy and hesitant to start the day, she felt completely rested. So guess what? I actually took some time to rest. Can you believe it? She jumped out of bed, brewed a fresh cup of coffee, and suddenly felt a surge of energy like never before. "Carlos!" she exclaimed, turning to her husband with excitement. "I think I want to go for a walk this morning." Carlos burst into the kitchen, his eyes wide with surprise. "Hey, everyone! So today we're going to take a little adventure together. Picture this, a walk through the beautiful outdoors, where every step brings new sights and sounds. Are you ready? Let's dive in and explore what awaits us on this journey." So picture this. It's early morning and the sun is just starting to rise. You're getting ready for school, but wait. What's happening before the bell rings? Let's dive into that moment. "Why not?" Susan exclaimed, a smile spreading across her face as she felt a weight lift off her shoulders, lighter than she had been in months. And just like that, it turned into something I did every single day. In just 2 weeks, those casual walks transformed into energetic jogs. Fast forward to the end of month 2, and guess what? Susan was crushing it, running 3 miles every single morning before heading to work. Her journey at school was nothing short of incredible. She began showing up early once more, not out of obligation, but purely out of desire. After a long break, she jumped back into the action by volunteering for after-school activities. And guess what? She even took the lead in organizing a spring science fair, a feat she hadn't felt up to in over a year. Everything was building up to this moment. The follow-up appointment with Dr. Kim in June was about to reveal the truth. "Susan," he said, glancing between her chart and her face, "you look totally different. Your energy is radiating, your posture is on point, and your skin is glowing like never before." "So, you didn't take the antidepressant, right?" Susan flashed a bright smile. "No, Dr. Kim, I didn't." She shared the details of her research journey and the exciting dietary changes she made along the way. As Dr. Kim leaned in, you could see the spark of curiosity lighting up their eyes, captivated by every word being spoken. "You know," he said, "I have to admit it's a bit embarrassing, but I hardly ever think about checking for nutritional deficiencies in situations like yours." We often dive right into the world of pharmaceutical solutions. He decided to run some blood tests to see how Susan's magnesium levels were doing, along with a few other vitamins and minerals. Stay tuned to find out what the results reveal. The results were in, and they confirmed what Susan had been thinking all along. 6 months ago, her magnesium levels were probably way below where they should have been. "Wow, this is truly amazing," Dr. Kim exclaimed as he went over the results. "Wow, your current levels are absolutely fantastic. It's so clear that your symptoms have completely resolved. You've basically rewarded yourself with food." After achieving her dreams, Susan's journey sparked a transformation that touched every aspect of her life. She started adding more magnesium-rich foods to her daily routine. Picture this: a square of dark chocolate, at least 70% cacao, enjoyed in the afternoon, Greek yogurt topped with fresh berries for breakfast, and savoring salmon twice a week for dinner. It was a delicious transformation. She took on the role of an unofficial nutrition educator, sharing her knowledge and insights with her colleagues. So, picture this. Susan, a dedicated teacher, notices her colleague Janet looking a bit worn out. Janet opens up about her own struggles with fatigue, and that's when Susan decides to share her own journey. It's a moment of connection that sparks a deeper conversation. So one day, Susan was chatting with her neighbor, who brought up the issue of chronic muscle cramps. Without missing a beat, Susan jumped in with a great tip. Why not boost magnesium intake through food? It was a simple yet effective suggestion that could make a real difference. "You won't believe how incredible this is," Susan shares, looking back. "What really blows my mind is just how easy it turned out to be. Every day she grabs a handful of nuts, a mix of cashews, almonds, and walnuts, delivering a solid boost of around 120 milligrams of magnesium. With her delicious spinach salads, tasty avocado snacks, and a variety of magnesium-packed foods, she effortlessly hits her daily target of 320 milligrams. "I like to think of them as my little energy boosters," Susan says, showcasing her small container of mixed nuts with a smile. But here's the twist. These taste amazing and come with 0 side effects. Dr. Kim has completely changed his approach when patients walk into his office complaining of fatigue. He's now asking a whole new set of questions that really digs deep into their experiences. You won't believe what Susan taught me. It's incredible how the most advanced medical training can sometimes miss the simplest solutions. Let me tell you all about it. Imagine this. Susan's morning routine kicks off at 5:30 a.m. But here's the twist. It's not out of obligation. It's because she absolutely loves embracing the day with a burst of energy and enthusiasm. She crushes her 3-mile run, rushes back home for her energizing breakfast of nuts and yogurt, and sets off to school, buzzing with excitement to teach. You won't believe the twist in Susan's story. After 28 years of teaching kids all about healthy eating and nutrition, she realized something shocking. She hadn't been following her own advice when it came to her adult health struggles. Her students have definitely picked up on the change as well. "Guess what, Mom? Mrs. Martinez is happy again," exclaimed 8-year-old Emma with a big smile. "Now she's racing around the playground with us, laughter echoing in the air." Have you ever thought about how the best medicine might not be found in a pharmacy? Instead, it could be all about tuning into what our bodies truly need and giving it to ourselves through the everyday foods we choose to eat. It's a game changer. Get ready to dive into Susan's incredible journey. Her transformation shows us that nature holds the secrets we seek, but only if we're open to hearing them. Stay tuned as we explore this amazing story.